Hi friends! Welcome to my channel. Meg's here. How is everyone doing today? I'm so glad to be here. I thought today we'd do a little review. Something a little different. I have a review on this MEEDEN porcelain palette, and I love using a porcelain palette for my watercolors. And so I thought I'd give this a little whirl and show you guys what it's about. I got this off of Amazon for, I want to say $13.99. I'll leave it linked below. No affiliate link or anything. It's just a link to this product on Amazon. It came really boxed really well. Let me show you the box. It was in this box, but it also had some foam. Oh, right here. If you can see that, I don't want to make too much noise. It had two of those in there, and so it was in there really well. And yeah, there's no scratches, I don't think, or anything. And it's very heavy. It seems very well made, not like from the dollar store or anything. So yeah, this is the box that came in, and this brand has a whole bunch of these different palettes, and this one I thought would be perfect because it's 7 inches, and I just thought that was a great size. The wells are really, really big, certainly big enough to mix watercolors, and yeah, I thought it'd be great to try it out. So what's the difference between, like, why use porcelain instead of plastic? Well, in case you're new, I'm going to move my chair. It's going to make some noise. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Okay, I am now sitting. Hopefully you guys can see everything okay. Alright, so I know there's a glare on here. Just bear with me and I'll kind of move it, but there's not much I can do about the glare. It is porcelain after all. And I do want to show you how, how it works a little bit, and then I can move it out of the way. But, so I was working on this, which is just a plate from the dollar store, a porcelain plate from the dollar store. It works perfectly fine, but I was realizing that I was wanting to, when I was just doing my mixes, I'm doing a lot of online courses to learn watercolor techniques and things. I've always used watercolor in my mixed media and backgrounds and things like that, but I've never really learned watercolor as an art in itself, and it's my favorite medium, so it's funny that it's my favorite and I don't even like do full watercolor paintings yet, but I will one day. I will. But I just love watercolor so much, so I'm like, that is something I wanted to invest in, was a palette, because when I do my mixing and I'm learning mixing colors, I only have so much room, and I do have a bigger plate, but that takes up so much real estate, and then you also get, some colors running into each other because it's not separated. But if you are on a budget and you are, want to use porcelain, but you can't afford $14 for a plate, dollar store. They have the bigger ones, white porcelain, which I used for over a year. I still have it. It has paint on it, actually, in the corner of my room. But yeah, and then I've used this up until now. So if if you need a smaller plate, but yeah, I treated myself to this. So what's the difference between the porcelain and the plastic, real quick? The plastic, ever since I used porcelain, I just won't go back to plastic, just because I like the porcelain better. I think it moves better on the porcelain. I feel like it mixes faster. That's in my opinion. I don't know if that's a technical thing. That's just what I feel like it does. But when you use plastic, which there's nothing wrong, you'll see a million artists on YouTube actually that use plastic, and that's fine. But you do sometimes get the beading up, and instead of the pooling. So for me, I like the pooling better, which just means that it's like a puddle. This is a Da Vinci Cosmo Top Spin brush in number 8. This is my newer brush that I really haven't used. I am a tried and true lover of the Aqua Elite Princeton brushes. I mean, they're just amazing, amazing brushes. Mind you, I'm not a professional and I haven't tried a million different brushes, but I have quite a few. Maybe I'll do a video on that. Let me know if you're interested, if you want to know about watercolor brushes. But yeah, this is the Cosmo Top Spin, which is, I usually use synthetic. This is a mix hair brush, which, I really like using synthetic, but I wanted to give this a try, and so I am. I haven't really used it yet, so I think maybe once. So anyways, that's what I have, and I'm just going to grab some colors here. And so when you, let's see, get a nice deep color here. This purple. So see how it, I don't know, I guess I have to stand up. This is puddling here. This paint, you see like it's a puddle of paint and not like little droplets. It's an actual puddle, and I like that. Now when we do the same thing on our plastic palette, you'll notice how it beads up there like that. See how it's like one big bead? It's not like a puddle or a pool. Now I did hear that I think I heard that there are ways to combat this. I think there are ways to combat this. I'm not 100% sure. You might be able to rough up your palette a little and make that work out for you. Check that out. Feel free to check that out on YouTube. There are many professional watercolor channels that are awesome. And I can even leave some linked below. Like I said, I'm not, but, you know, I'll tell you what I do know. And so that's just, you know, it's not a super bad thing. I just like it to pull. Okay. Anyways, and then this paper, in case somebody asks, is my little art journaling. My little art journal, actually, but I forgot what it's called. Montreal Watercolor by Canson. Now, this is just something I practice on or do my art journaling on. It's 140-pound cold-pressed paper. I think it's great for this, like testing things or showing you. But if I was doing like a swatch, or you know, something more valuable, I would do it on my favorite paper, which is this Arches 140-pound cold-pressed pure cotton paper. This actually is a block, and they make the pads too that come out. The block just means that it's glued on 3 of the sides or all the sides, and then you use a palette knife to, it holds your paper in place while you're working on it, and then you just use your palette knife to unstick it when you're all done. And it helps with buckling and stuff like that. So, just a little quick crash course in that. So, yeah, so, oh, I'm getting paint everywhere. So, let's see. So, yeah, look at that deep well. That is so great. I made a mess of it, but I didn't mean to do that. I flaked paint everywhere. So, yeah, you get all of these spaces. So, you can mix. You have all 12 of these spaces to mix your colors. And, yeah, very cool. I mean, I guess that's pretty much, what else is there to show, right? I don't know. Oh yeah, there was something else. Let's mix up a couple colors in here and see. So we have purple. What can we mix with purple? Ooh, let's mix some Quinacridone gold. I think deep gold. I think that's down here. I moved my palette around. If you want to see, I wanted to ask you guys this too. If you want to see my 72 what am I trying to say? Why can't I talk today? You ever get like so tongue-tied? Like, what are these called? My 72 paint pan palette. These are 72 half pans, mostly Daniel Smith. It was supposed to be an all Daniel Smith, but I did add in a couple of colors that I didn't have in Daniel Smith just to kind of round it out while I'm studying watercolor. And then when I get comfortable with it, I'll probably break this up into multiple, you know, smaller things, because I don't need all these yellows. I don't need all of these reds. I don't need them all, you know. But right now I like having all of them to see what I like. I'm learning. I'm getting to know myself, so to speak. So, but if you want to see this in more depth, like what colors I have, how I made it, yeah, I would love to show you. So if you're interested, hit me up down below. I would love to show you. So I'm going to go ahead and grab, I'm just checking my colors. Okay, Quinacridone Deep Gold. So this is Dioxazine Violet, and this is actually one that is not Daniel Smith. It is Winsor & Newton Professional. And this is Quinacridone Deep Gold by Daniel Smith. That's what I was trying to say. And I'm just going to actually, because I have a lot of purple in there, I'm going to start out with that in this one, in this well, and I'll pull some violet in just to start mixing it together. I'm trying to make a brown here. It might turn green. We'll see. Oh yeah, this is such a pretty brown usually. So I have so much stuff like right in front of me. It's kind of hard to see, so bear with me. But yeah, so how is everybody doing? I hope you're all doing great. I know I haven't been making a lot of videos lately, so I thought it would be fun to review this and then kind of talk to you guys about what you want to see next. So if you like this kind of stuff and you want to see more, let me know what you'd like to see. I would love to. Oh, I barely got any paint on there. So this paper is watercolor paper. It's not, you know, the holy grail of watercolor paper. I would say it's definitely a student watercolor paper. It's a wood pulp paper, not cotton. So it doesn't, you know, it's not great for washes, and you might get frustrated if you're doing a wash or trying to do, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, so I think this is a great palette. It's really fun. It's got all these different spaces. It's aesthetically pleasing to the eye, and I like how the middle is like bigger mixing spaces in case you need a lot of something. I also thought it would be great, which I never really got the brown. I'm going back, but I never really got the brown I wanted. That was the point, and I lost track of my thoughts. Squirrel! Let's see if we can get a nicer brown. There we go. Nice rich color. Very pretty. So it does what you expect it to do. You can mix in it. But what's cool about this is that I have half pans and they're small. So if I want to go in with a big brush, let's see what I got here. I don't know, something like this for a wash. Obviously I can't fit it in there. So what I would do for that, say I wanted to do a wash on my paper, I would just be able to, you know, grab some paint from here and fill my well, and then I could fit the bigger brush into the palette. So I could just fit it into here much easier. Obviously it fits in here nicely. See? Fits in there perfectly, and this is a 1 inch Grumbacher Golden Edge. So the 1 inch brush fits beautifully. I'm sure the big fat 16 will fit in here beautifully. Pretty much any brush that you have will fit. The big brushes will fit perfectly in this. So there we go. Definitely great. I'm so glad I purchased it. And like I said, the links will be below, but you can also use it for, you know, if you have, I keep saying, you know, I don't know why I'm saying that, sorry. I was thinking it would be cool to use these infusions in there or any other product that's like these. These are, it's a stain, which it's like a powder stain, and you sprinkle it, and you can make watercolors with it. So I thought that would be cool to mix a few of these in here and see how that comes out. Make sure my brush is clean. So, you know what? I'm not sure if these like stain. I don't want to use my nice new brush. So I'm going to grab, just to be sure, I think I'm going to grab one of these guys. Alright. So I could actually just get a water and squirt. Oh yeah, there we go. Squirt that. So perfect. So there you go. You can mix up your different powders in here that are water soluble. Yeah, if you have some like water soluble chalk or wax, you could put some in there and wet it as well. I'm a mess. I'm dripping it everywhere. So yeah, it works out. Oh, that's pretty. This is the color Black Currant, and it's called Infusions is the product. So yeah, very fun. I love that as a watercolor. Super pretty. So yeah, you guys, I hope you liked that. I know that was kind of like not a whole lot to say, but yeah, I thought that was really great, and I will leave the link below in case you're interested in this palette. It's beautiful. I totally give it 10 stars, 2 thumbs up. Love it. It's a great buy. A good $13, $14 well spent. If you like this, you guys, give me a thumbs up if you don't mind. It's just a way that you can help me. And I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you return and see me again. Please let me know down below if there's anything you want to see me review more in depth. Like, I don't know, maybe this watercolor palette or pencils, colored pencils, regular pencils, whatever. Let me know. I keep asking that question because I want to know what you want to see. Also, if you didn't already, go to my last video and enter into the 600 subscriber giveaway. I would love to have you, and thank you so much. I would love to have you. What does that even mean? It means it's time for bed. It's what it means. Thanks, guys. You know I love y'all so much. I will see you in the next video. Bye.